Alright, boys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Reddit traffic for OFM, AI models, and real models as well. So yeah, first of all, account setup. We were on mobile. If web, you should still create on mobile and just transfer to browser using an anti-browser like anti-dolphin or AsPower with the same proxy that you're going to be using. I don't buy accounts personally. I don't farm karma. A lot of people get surprised when I say this. You can obviously do these things, but a lot of the time bans come from either farming karma or from buying accounts. So I sort of just got rid of that point, or of that factor of, setting up the accounts, and my ban rate is very low now. Obviously, yes, it does take a little bit longer to grow the account in terms of the karma and like what subreddits you can post in. But what a lot of people don't realize, um, even to this day, which is very surprising, is that the size of the subreddit doesn't really matter, or like the requirements of the subreddit doesn't really matter. There's literally thousands of subreddits that don't require anything, no age, no amount of karma, no common karma, nothing. And they're either still popular or big, or they just convert very well because they're a very good niche, or whatever it might be. There's literally thousands of subreddits like that. Okay, you don't need a lot of karma or like an aged account to make money. Obviously, yes, if you have the subreddits, you'll be able to see results faster a little bit potentially, but um, it doesn't really change anything. Either way, you can get traffic. The warm up that I do is around 5 to 7 days at the moment. But the way of Reddit it kind of works, or the way I look at it at least, is the longer warm up you do and the less posts you do as a start, is the safer you're gonna be, right? If you do a 1 day warm up, doesn't mean you will get banned 100%. Um, Even if you do a 20-day warm up, you can still get banned. But like from my testing, is the longer warm up you do, the safer the account could be. But it's more about the posting. So the warm up, we just scroll, join a few subreddits, and then obviously like upvote once or twice, comment once or twice, and that's basically it. And once the warm up's done, we start posting. Each day we increase the post by one daily until you reach 20 a day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on until you reach 20. But like I said, the less posts you do, the higher chance of not being banned. The posting is the main thing that can get you banned if you post too much, right? So if you were to post 5 a day for the first entire month instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, um, you'd probably have a high chance of your account being safe. But yeah. So mobile data proxy, obviously, like I said, if you're planning to transfer it to browser, use a proxy. But if you're gonna keep it on your phone, you can have it on mobile data as well. It's fine. On the actual account, obviously, banner usually the best to have like a picture of the model, like a build body. Bio, we keep it very simple. We just call it sort of have a niche specific. Just have a CTA saying like message me here with a arrow pointing down to the link. And you have a pinned post promoting the OF link and another one with a GIF of the model. Every account we run is niche specific, so this is also very important because it's going to allow you to sort of grow each account based off your niche. So all your followers are going to look at your model's page, and they're going to only see that niche that they followed for, right? So if you even post just on your profile, not in subreddits, people are still going to interact because they're interested in that. So let's say once for feet, if you're only posting in feet subreddits, and then on your main, like actual profile, you're also posting um, little photos of feet, whatever it might be, promoting the OF, people will be more likely to interact with that and subscribe because within what they're interested. Whereas if you're mixing it, you have one account. Sorry, if you have one post that's about boobs, another one's for ass, another one for feet, whatever. Some people might not be interested in one, whereas interested in another. So you might lose interest from some people. And the way we sort of do it, actually, I'll move on to the next bit to explain this. Most important thing on Reddit is testing. So, content, captions, subreddits, and niches. These are the most important things to test on Reddit. The main thing that causes people to fail with Reddit and why so many people think Reddit is dead is because they don't test. they'll pick out a few pieces of content from the model, they'll pick out a few subreddits, they'll pick out like one niche, and they'll just start posting and just hoping for the best. If you do it this way, unless you get lucky first try, you won't see results. With Reddit, to actually see results and actually, convert as many people as you can, basically, you have to keep testing until you see, until you basically find something that works. So, let's say you've picked one niche, you've picked a few subreddits for that niche, and you've got some content ready. Let's say you start posting and it doesn't work well. Maybe the content is the issue, right? Maybe the niche is good, maybe the subreddits are good, but maybe the content's bad. So you can try and improve it. If it's improving and still doing bad, maybe the subreddits are bad. You can try test out different subreddits. If different subreddits are also doing bad, maybe the niche isn't good for your model, and then you have to try out different niche. And you basically have to keep testing these things in a rotation to figure out what's the issue and what you can, fix and improve until something starts bringing you, subs and money, right? And once you do figure that out, then you can obviously scale. Then you can have more accounts in the same niche, and just keep scaling from there. So yeah. Now, lastly, another thing on Reddit that's very important is spoofing the content. Obviously, if you post the same content, you'll either get banned from subreddits or your entire account will get banned. So the two ways to spoof, for images, you can use CleansleyBot at CleansleyBot on Telegram to spoof, or you can use the red GIF, which is for videos. With CleansleyBot, I'm going to put it here. You can use my code as well. I can't type, sorry. If you use just my name, basically, if you use this code, you get a discount. Spoofing it's not completely required, but if you are going to spoof, you're going to be way more safer than not using it. And it doesn't take much time. It doesn't take time for anything really. And CleansleyBot also has an AI feature to get rid of Synth ID for AI images, which is obviously needed for AI IG as well. But there's videos for Reddit, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you learned something new. If you want more information, DM me on Telegram. You can join my private group as well. I'll leave the link to my main Telegram in the description, and you can DM me if you're interested. But yeah, see you guys later.